It is so dark right now. Hold up. Turn on this light. Oh no, why is this light not coming on? Or I can just open up a window. Opening up a window might be the best idea. Although, why is my light not turning on? Hold on, let's turn this light on. Well, first off, let's turn down the basketball game. Turn down the basketball game. Hey, what's going on, Hidden Chicken? What's up, White Ghost? Hold on, I'm trying to get the light on. Because it's dark in here. It is dark in here. The Raging Kofist, what's up? Caitlin, what's up? Ishmael. What's up, everybody? Hold on, I'm trying to get this light on because it is dark in here. Sorry I missed last month, month in review, but I am here now to update you guys on what I've been doing for the past month. A lot has happened actually. So, I mean, well, in the last 2 months because I didn't. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna turn on Nightbot right quick, and then we're gonna get this all sorted out. We're gonna log in with YouTube, and then we will. Okay, while this is loading, so these are months in review. What I talk about is I talk about what I did over the last month, and then I tell you guys what I have planned for the next month, and then I do a short Q&A at the end of the video. What I need to do right now is fix all this stuff. So right now, this needs to be disabled. This needs to be disabled. This needs to be. Where's my month in review Nightbot thing? Month. Oh, here it is. Month in review. Enable. And then we're gonna go back to Nightbot dashboard. Join channel. Close. It should be already good. All right, cool. All right, so yes, let's talk about YouTube first. What did I do over the last 2 months? I have to go to actual my dashboard here so I can see what the heck I'm gonna talk about. Hold on, let me go over here. Here's better. But I'll say hellos to the people in the chat. I'm sorry I haven't looked at the chat yet, but we can do that if I actually pay attention to the chat. My bad, guys. High Ground Productions. What's up, Mr. Early Early? Okay, over the last 2 months, what did I do? What did I do in March? Okay, so it's been very slow on my YouTube channel. Reasons for that being is that I took on more editing duties at Just Kidding Films. So Just Kidding Party, I am now one of 2 editors on that channel. Before there was like 4 or 5 editors, so now we've taken on more work, which is cool. I mean, it means I have less time, but it means I get more money. So that's kind of a trade off. But it means, yeah, I had less time to do stuff on my own YouTube channel, as well as I was doing the first draft for the first Sky Pirate, which I'm still doing, which I'm halfway through. Hopefully, I can finish that in the next 2 weeks or so I can get on to the beta readers for that book. Let's see. March, I did the Which Lightsaber Form for Titus, Walker, and Selfie, which I liked a lot. I did a new format for it, which is a little bit more. And what I'm trying to do on this channel a lot more now is do more things with my face involved rather than it just being a, a disembodied voice. For the Versus series, I'm going to do more face stuff. For Geek Talks, which I already have my face in Geek Talks, but in more Geek Talks, I'm going to have more face stuff and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, more my face so that it's more personable to everybody. Also, I got my Killmonger going on right now for you guys who are know about that Black Panther. My hair is finally kind of long enough where I can kind of do the Killmonger, which is kind of cool, kind of cool. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I'm updating a little bit, a few of my videos, which lightsaber form being one of them. Hopefully, I can do more of them going on in the future. I also did another music video, which I haven't done in a while, like a spec music video for the "Do You Wrong" song by Sid. That some of you guys didn't really like the video because you're like, "What is this? This is not like a geeky thing," but it actually helped me a lot creatively to like lift my spirits because sometimes when I do these YouTube videos, they feel a little bit like going through the numbers and they don't feel as creative as what I like to do sometimes. I like being a little bit more creative than what most of these YouTube videos do for me. Of course, I did an April Fool's joke with new Harry Potter video or new Harry Potter series coming out, which is false. It's not coming out. There's no Quidditch of the Ages stuff. So yeah. And then I also talked about my writing goals for the spring. Those goals are not being met right now. I'm really, really behind. I need to catch up on a lot of stuff, but I did that. I did a video on Geek Talk recasting of The Last Airbender, which was cool. I like that video a lot. I like my choices and the thoughts of that. And I recently just uploaded the preview for Luke versus Yoda, which is getting done on May 4th. Like literally, after I watch the Cavs lose to the Raptors right over there for the NBA playoffs, I'm gonna go move on to I'm gonna move on to just doing Luke and Yoda until that video is done. All my work for Just Kidding Party is completed. All my writing's not done, but I'm gonna put everything aside to just get Luke versus Yoda done because I that project has been put on the back burner for other projects so many times. So I'm just like, and then May the 4th is coming up. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give myself a deadline. May the 4th. I'm gonna finish the video no matter what. I don't care what I think about it or the outcome, but it's going to happen. Hold on, really quick. Let me charge my phone because my phone's about to die right now. Because battery and such. We can do this. We can do this. We're fine. So after yeah, so that's happening that month. So let me look at what else I did the last 2 months and my commentary on what I've been doing the last 2 months. What are you doing? Hold on, my TV just went off. I swear, those apps are so buggy when you do like the if you have like cable television, but then you make it work for it's still not working, but whatever. I'm not watching the finals right now. I'm doing a live video, so let me not worry about that. Okay, so what else did I do in the last 2 months, which I did not cover in my previous stuff? Let's look at some other stuff that I've done, and commentary and such on it. Like I said, yeah, I am now kind of what because before I feel like I was kind of like a part-time editor at Just Kidding Party and Just Kidding Films. Now I'm kind of a full-time editor with me getting more edits. So that's what I've been doing for like the past 2 months. It's like really getting those edits done and writing. Those are the main two things I've been doing. Also, there's a lot of updates with Finalysis for those who are unfamiliar, or for those who used to know the Council Force Cast podcast. It has been transformed to Finalysis, which is more encompassing. It encompasses more franchises and discussions of other geek culture beyond Star Wars. So instead of us just doing Star Wars all the time, it's now Avatar, which is one of my favorites. Harry Potter, another one of my favorites. We're also gonna be doing Game of Thrones. We've been doing we did Ready Player One review, which was cool. We did a Infinity War review. So again, if you guys are asking, I saw a few people in the comments asking about my review of Infinity War. If you go over to the Finalysis channel, which hold on, I'll post in the chat right now so you guys can actually no. If you just type in Finalysis, it's the first thing that pops up. So Finalysis, look that up, and yeah, I'm doing that as well, which is developing pretty well and being very consistent. Um, like I said before, GM Luke versus GM Yoda, that's coming out May 4th, no matter what. In the last 2 months, Geek Talk did Aang Master the Elements, hit 300,000 views, which, oh my goodness, it hit 300,000 views a month ago, and it's about to hit 400,000 views again. So that's gaining popularity right now. I don't know why it's gaining popularity, but it is. Rick and Carl versus Joel and Ellie got a little bit of a boost too. It hit 200,000 views. It's already at 220,000 views now. And I believe the reason for that is because, spoiler alerts for Walking Dead, but something happened to Rick or Carl in the show, and I think that's what brought people to that video. Also, Geek Talk, How Powerful is Albus Dumbledore, hit 100,000 views. I like that video a lot, so I'm glad it's getting up there. What else is big? Oh, I got my first two book reviews for the Kishi. So two people have done video reviews online for the book, and I liked both of them, and I shared them, and I liked them. Also, the book went on sale a month ago for 99 cents. That sale, of course, is over now. It's now back to its regular price at 2.99. But that did happen. So if you ever are trying to get my books at a discounted rate, just keep up to date with my either my email list or my social media, and then you can always know when you can get my books at a discounted rate. And also, it now has 18 reviews at like 4.7 out of 5 stars or 4.6 out of 5 stars. So it's doing really good with the reviews right now. I wish I can get a little bit more. I kind of want to get to 50 and eventually get to 100, because once you get to, I think if you get to 50 reviews, Amazon's algorithm starts recommending it to more people, and that helps with more sales. So, oh hey, Derek Thompson, that's actually one of the people who reviewed the book in the last 2 months. Video review, that is. Um, Also, the my prank for a new Avatar coming to Netflix hit 900,000 views. It's now at 950,000 views, so yay for that. Darth Sidious versus Jar Jar Binks hit 800,000 views. So awesome, for those silly videos are doing well. Those were like not even supposed to be that bad. Also, I was in Just Kidding News recently. They were talking about things that happen when men have a dry spell. So I was on there talking about adult stuff. So if you want to see raunchy stuff from me, that video exists on Just Kidding News. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I also, one of my favorite videos from the past 2 months was the Cosmonauts Variety Hours take on Rebels, and was it worth it as a series? I agree with him entirely that it was not worth it as a series. But I think it's also just a pretty good video in general about the lore and all that kind of stuff. But that's pretty much it. I mean, everything else is Iroh versus Ozai hit 100,000 views in its first month or first 2 months, so that's pretty good. But other than that, I think that's everything YouTube related. Let's go ahead and switch over to my book sales over the last 2 months. So let me go to book report. Let's do the last 90 days. So right now, over the last 90 days, my book has earned me $438. Although there might be about $503 with the paperback sales from the first month, which wasn't recorded because I didn't have my paperbacks on Amazon at first. I had them on another thing called CreateSpace, but they're doing pretty well. Like, I mean, for a first book, for people not knowing who I am as an author, I'm okay with that. I do want it to do a little bit better than that, but I am okay with that. At the current rate that it's going, in about 11 months, I'll be able to hit a profit. But if I hit some sort of boost, or what I suspect is that when I write more books, more people will look at the first book and the second book and stuff like that, and then it'll help boost the sales for everything. But right now, it's doing pretty well. I'm happy with the sales so far, though they can be better. In terms of book projects, right now I'm working on a collaboration with another author named Karik. We're doing a lit RPG, Afrofuturism. Lit RPG, of course, is like a popular genre that's going on right now, like with Jumanji or Ready Player One or Sword Art Online, and all that stuff. There's also that Hulu series that's out that's very similar to that. And we're making a series that's like a VR tech thing where these kids get stuck in this game world and they have to figure out a way to get out. So we're doing that right now as a collaboration. Hopefully, we have a meeting tomorrow, so hopefully we figure out how we're going to do it, but I'm hoping that we can have it released very quickly, and maybe by the end of the year, because we might do it as like a serialized fiction, episode by episode kind of a thing. So that would be good, because if I do make a book with someone else, that helps with my own work because there's crossover. I also got commissioned by Garrett Robinson to do a short story for his book called Underrealm, or his series called Underrealm. The first book is called Nightblade, if you want to look it up. But I did a first draft for the short story, which I saw him today. He gave me notes for my next pass for my second draft of the book. Which actually, let me look at that right now, because I saw there was a lot of notes, and my first drafts are really terrible, and I'm kind of sad that he had to see my first draft, because my first drafts are pretty bad. But I mean, considering he is like the creator of the world and is my editor technically, he has to see my shitty first draft. But it's pretty, my first drafts are pretty bad. So he he had to go through that. It looks like he got through almost the entire document. So I might have to start writing my second draft on that pretty soon. So yeah, that happened with books. For Sky Pirate, I'm still going. I'm literally at the midpoint of that book. Hopefully, I can get over this hump that I have right now. But once I get over it, I'll be able to do a clean draft of it, a second draft, and then I'll be doing beta readers. So look out for that if you want to be a beta reader for the second book. Other than that, over the last 2 months, anything new? Oh yes, all this stuff that's in my house. So let me show you guys this stuff right now. Oh, whoa. Hold on. I just saw, I think Megan was just in the chat right now. Oh, it sucks I can't see the chat all the way. How can I see the chat when I'm on Facebook mobile? Hold on. When I'm on Facebook, not Facebook mobile, I mean YouTube mobile. Hold on. I'm trying to see the chat because I totally missed it. But I think Megan Robinson, which is, she's also part of Legacy Books. Dope sound booth. I'll talk about that. Spoiler alerts, doo-doo. Hold on. I gotta let people know what's going on. You can't let them know what this is. Some of these people don't know what this is. Hold on. I saw the chat and I missed it. Where is my chat? Hold on. I'm not seeing any of the chat right now. This is really bad. Hold on. This is really bad. I need a better system. Oh, here it is. Now it's plugging up. Oh, okay. So yeah, Meg Robinson, who's in the chat right now, she is part of Legacy Books. They say they got through the document, so I'm gonna go through those notes and like make it better. I'm sure they were being nice about it, but my descriptions were like very parse, and I don't think I really built out the world all that well. Although I do like what I was doing with some of the characters in the story. In particular, I like the one story I have where one of the characters tries to pull a con on somebody by acting like he's blind. That's probably my favorite scene so far. But I do need to like build out the prose a little bit better because I'm a very bad underwriter when it comes to my first drafts. Like I don't overwrite. I don't like do too much description. I'm actually very, very, very minimal. And what I end up doing in my second and third and fourth drafts is like adding more and more and more description in and building out what I see in my brain on the page a lot better because I tend to do that a lot where I don't fully explain what's in my head, even though it's all in my head on the page very well. So I have to do that. So over the next like week, I'm gonna clean up this document for this and make it a little bit better. Oh my god, a donation! We don't need to do donations, man. That's awesome though. $3 from Jedi Warrior. Thank you, bro. We don't. It's okay. This is just a Q&A video. This is really stupid. I need to start doing my writing sessions again. Oh, and that's what I want to do too. So over the next month or so, I want to start doing consistently streams every Wednesday and Sunday, whether that is me working or me playing a video game or whatever. But Wednesdays, I kind of want to be my Writer Wednesday stream where you guys can see a writing session from me. And then Sunday, that one's going to be a little bit more fun, whether it is still writing or if it's drawing or if it's gaming. That's what I'm going to call it while I'm writing or while I'm playing like Hearthstone or whatever game I'm playing, whatever it is. But yeah, again, Jedi Warrior, thank you for the $3. That's super dope. We're doing a Q&A in a second, so we can do that right now. Oh, do you play Fortnite? I'm not in my house because the reason why I stopped in the first place is because I saw the comment. All right, cool. So let me put this. This is up here. So new things that have happened in my house. You can't really see this unless I pull it over here. But I got a new one in my house because the reason why I stopped in the first place is because I saw the comment. All right, cool. So let me put this. This is up here. So new things that have mic. This is the SM7B Shure mic. Most famously, it was used on the album Thriller. It's a really, really dope mic. The reason why I got it is because, yes, I am making an audiobook for the Kishi, and my actors, I want them to have the most professional sounding quality ever. I got a sound lifter with it, which you guys can't really see, but this is like a thing that helps with the gain, and then this is the mixer right here that you can't see because it's very dark. I'm so sorry that my desk is so dark. But yeah, I got that. I made that, and I also made this sound booth. So what you're seeing right now, I need some more light. Where can I get some more light in here? Let's put light here. That's a little better. I made that DIY sound booth right there. Now, what this is for is that I didn't want actors to come into my house and like I put them in my closet because this place is like really, I mean, it's dope for me, and I made this soundproof and it's really nice, but it's really small and it's really dark and it's not spacious and it's not very comfortable. So I wanted to build a new space for talent for when they come in for audiobooks or whatever kind of recording, or just for me whenever I'm doing recording. So I made this big old booth myself, which is basically these are it's PVC pipe as a foundation in the middle, and then this is all acoustic blankets. They are made specifically to reduce echo and to reduce sound for when you are doing any kind of recording or whatever. So let's go inside right now. So this is the inside. I need to get Velcro, which is happening tomorrow. I'm getting Velcro so I can put it on here and then make a door out of this. But let's go inside. Oh my god, it's so dark. You guys can't see a thing. Do you guys even see these lights? That helps a little bit. Oh, maybe if I do this. Oh, wait, can I put my flash on? I don't know if I can put my flash on. Maybe if I put the light like this and you guys can see what it looks like. It's really dark. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe if I do this. But basically, the foundation is just PVC pipe. And I got like shower curtains to hang the acoustic blankets up on. And it's a lot more spacious. Like you guys can't really tell on camera, but there's a lot more space in here. So an actor can stand up, they can move around, they can get into character if they want to. And then down here we have the bottom foundation for it. Even now, I don't know if you guys can even hear the difference, but like even right now, you should hear a difference in the audio quality. Just me being inside the booth versus being outside, where the echo happens and all that kind of stuff. All right, cool. Out we go. And the cool thing too is that yeah, I had those lights in there. I'm gonna get a music stand for the actors, so that they can either sit in there if they want to, or they can stand up if they want to. I'm gonna get a mic stand that's gonna be in there. Yeah, then we're gonna be doing sessions in this place. What I want to do now though is that now like it's kind of taking up so much room in my living room, so I kind of want to put like a divider between the couch and like that area, so it looks more like okay, that area is for office stuff, and then this area is the like living room type area. So yeah, I gotta fix that and get that done. But other than that, except for me editing for Just Kidding and being kind of full time now, me getting Yoda versus Luke done by May 4th. My deadline for the Sky Pirate, I want that to be done in about 2 weeks. I think that's everything that I need to talk about that I've done for the past 2 months. So yeah, that opens it up to the Q&A. And then I'm going to go back and watch the Cavs lose to the Raptors, hopefully. No, I don't know. I'm cool if LeBron wins or loses. I actually don't have a big issue with him. Sorry, yeah, we're doing Q&A now. Q&A. You think you will ever get Oh, do you think we'll ever get a new Avatar: The Last Airbender movie? Probably way down in the future. Not anytime soon, I don't think. I wouldn't say anytime soon, but sometime in the future. Also, guys, Yoda versus Luke. It was done. The intro was done by Doodoo Film, who was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but check out his channel as well. I like doing the collaborations with him because he can do like the cool thematic intro that gets to be like kind of sets the mood for whatever versus series Star Wars thing I'm doing at the time. Suyin from The Last Airbender. That's going to be a collaboration with Grey Jedi 91. Because Grey Jedi 91, I would love to see him do more than just Star Wars. I think he can do a lot more than that. So I'm hoping that if I let him have a little bit of Avatar collaboration versus, he might, expand out and do other things. What was I gonna say besides that? Oh, and then after that is gonna be Katara versus Zuko. and then I'm gonna move over to Star Wars again, maybe, and do the Anakin Obi Wan versus Revan and Malik, which I think Dudu said he'd be down to do an intro for as well. But I don't know if I'm gonna do that one right off the bat, or if I'm gonna do the Thrawn versus Khan, or Samurai Jack versus Afro Samurai. So I don't know. Like those are like what's next, but for sure what's next is two Avatar videos. So it's gonna be Suyin versus Kaya, which is a collaboration with Great Jedi 91. For those who aren't familiar, Great Jedi 91 is another versus primarily versus channel, but he does other stuff as well. He does only Star Wars stuff right now, I believe, but I would like him to do more than just Star Wars stuff. That's why I'm trying to influence him with this thing. Hi Antoine, I haven't bought your book yet. Lack of money and reading several other books. Though I was wondering, are there any authors, series, mythology that caused inspired you to write your book? Specifically, I would say my influences would be Harry Potter, Game of Thrones. But in terms of series themselves, probably Star Wars, like whether we're talking about like the Jedi Apprentice series or we're talking about the Clone Wars timeline of Legends material, whether we're talking about the comic books or the novels themselves. You did enjoy playing Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast. I have played it before. The saber combat is a lot like For Honor, only with lightsabers. I actually wouldn't say they're similar. I feel like For Honor is more locked into combos in a sense, while Jedi Outcast is more freeform. Like I feel like Jedi Outcast is more similar to Mordhau. I don't know if you're familiar with the game called Mordhau, but Mordhau is more of a sword game that's like freeform. I feel like For Honor is more tactile in the way the fighting stuff happens. What is your favorite Avatar: The Last Airbender character? Zuko, hands down. Like that's easy for me. Like that's I don't even need to think about that. Zuko, easy. Jack versus Afro, yeah, that's still happening. I just don't know when. I still haven't watched the last season of Samurai Jack, so I have to watch that before I even do it, or maybe not. I don't know. It depends. I might not even use the last season as part of the analysis, but we'll see. I don't know if I'm blocking the mic. I feel like I might be blocking the mic. I feel like that might be happening right now. I don't know. Wait, hold on. I just saw another question I missed. Do you think Bolin from Legend of Korra was a better overall Earthbender than Toph? No, not even close. Bolin is not even in her same like tier. Like he might even be like two tiers below her. Do you ever do Korra? What do you mean? You mean Korra as in versus series? Megan, is that what you mean? Because yes, I do Korra versus series as well. Like I've done, what have I done recently from Korra? Oh, I did Unalak versus Minghua. I think that's the most recent Korra video that I did. Oh, and I did Amon versus Zahir. That was recent as well. I'm not big on Avatar, but Revan and Malik versus Kenobi Skywalker will be awesome. That one's probably down the line. Like I said before, I'm kind of shifting away from Star Wars and doing a little bit more Avatar stuff because I'm kind of enjoying Avatar more right now than I am Star Wars. And also, I'm just trying to expand away from Star Wars, like in general, right now, because got too much Star Wars in my life. Harry Potter and Star Wars are your influences? Yes, says this person. What do you think of Avatar Cinematic Universe? Um, I don't really care for. I mean, like you mean like if they do make a cinematic universe? I mean, it doesn't exist, so I guess you mean. Oh, you mean the Avatar, the blue people? You're talking about that one. Oh, that one I don't really care about at all. Like I kind of forgot about that movie like the second after I watched it, and then I heard like, oh yeah, he's making a second, third, and fourth and fifth film or whatever, in Disney World is even making a whole land based on it. What was the name of that planet? I know the people were called the Navi. It was called Pan, something with a P. I remember the name of that planet was like with a P. But yeah, they're Disney World was like repping it really hard, and like I don't think it was that great of a movie. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I don't feel like it's like significant or anything like that. Reading a Feast of Crows. Will there be a next Game of Thrones video? And can you do another Game of Thrones versus video? Because one of my favorite series videos is Oberyn versus Drogo. I agree. I really, really liked Drogo versus Oberyn, and I like the idea of the Game of Thrones versus series. But the thing about it is that I'm not as well versed in Game of Thrones as I am with Avatar, Harry Potter, or Star Wars. So I don't feel like I can jump too far into some of those verses. One, because most of those characters are it's very speculative, like what they can do and what they can't do. Like Jaime Lannister, all of his fighting abilities is just based on reputation. None of it's really based on actual concrete feats. Same with Arthur Dayne, like a character like that. And Jon Snow, I don't want to use characters like Jon Snow yet because the series isn't over, and I feel like he can show us more of what he can do going forward. I try to use characters who are already dead or who have full arcs. So Drogo and Oberyn were perfect for that because they're both dead and they both have full arcs. So the only other characters based on my own rulings that I can use really, who can I use? That's it. I Rob Stark, but he's not really he doesn't really fight that much. You can't really do that. Ned Stark, not really. Like he's hard to use. Robert Baratheon, again, this is based on reputation. We didn't really actually get to see what he was doing during the rebellion. So that's the thing. I think Game of Thrones versus we'll get there at some point, but I think right now it still has to bake. Like I don't think there's enough matches that I can do that can work for that quite yet. But I do want to do a Naruto versus between Zabuza and Haku, because those two people do have full arcs in the first arc of that series, so or second arc of that series technically. How would you rate your writing skills on a scale from 1 to 10? I would rate my first draft skills at a 3, my second draft skills at a 5, and then my final draft skills currently at a 7. I don't really like my writing right now. That's why I wanted to do the Tales from Estawan, because it's not actually my big series yet. It's just the side characters who will appear in the big series, so that I can kind of do like a college writing course of these like smaller books that are less that I can invest less time into, or not less not that I invest less time into them, but they are less intensive than doing a full cast of characters like a big epic fantasy. But I hope that at the end of these 6 books and the other books that I'm doing in collaboration with other people will make me better. Because right now I don't like, and I'm not confident in my writing at all. Like right now. Zuko is my favorite too. Yeah, Zuko's the best, man. He's the best. Will you? Oh no, my chat is going crazy. Will you be in more Star Wars Finalysis videos? Yeah, I'm in. We just did a video for. Oh, what did we just do? Oh, Labyrinth of Evil review. I'm in that coming up very soon. Actually, who is better, Avatar Korra or Aang? I have a whole video based on that. If you mean combatively, because combatively, too long did not read. I think Avatar Korra wins if there's no Avatar state at play. And this is if we're talking about end of series Korra and Aang, because it's too speculative to say what adult Aang is capable of, because we don't know what adult Aang is capable of. But end of series Korra, like book 4 Korra versus book 3 Aang. Without the Avatar state, I say Korra wins. With the Avatar state in play, Aang wins. I think Aang takes it. But if you're talking about like who's better, like in terms of like character, I would say Aang. Korra, the thing I liked about her series was her villains and some of the side characters, but I didn't really like Korra that much until maybe book 3 and then book 4 is when I actually started liking Korra as like a character. But before that, I thought she was kind of annoying. Do you believe that if Zahir had more training, that he would be more of a match for Tenzin? Yes, probably, but he would need a lot of training. Like, I think Tenzin gets very underrated as a character, or combatively as a character, and he would do quite well, I think, against most people. I even say, and this is probably very unpopular to most people, I say that Tenzin, as we see him in Legend of Korra, is a better airbender combatively than Aang in the last Airbender series. Not a popular opinion, I'm sure, but yeah. Do you work with JK News? Yes and no. I've appeared on the JK News, uh, like on for filming, but I haven't actually edited anything for JK News. I've only ever done editing for Just Kidding Films and Just Kidding Party, just those two YouTube channels. Kylo versus Dooku, please. Hey, somebody hit him with the link for why we don't do Kylo Ren versus series right now. If you could rewrite one of your favorite scenes in your vision, which would it be and why? Can you say that question again? Because I don't quite understand it. Can you like expand that question a little bit just so I can understand it a little better? Because I don't understand it. Yeah, Zahir needed more experience to beat Tenzin. Yeah, for sure. No need. They should make Avatar: The Last Airbender cinematic universe. I think Avatar is an amazing story. Okay, you're talking about The Last Airbender. Okay, so I thought you were talking about Blue People because I was like, wait, is that what you're talking about? I don't think everything needs to be a movie. I think Avatar still is living on through graphic novels right now, but most people just aren't reading those for whatever reason. But most people are like, why is there not more Avatar? But it's like you get more Avatar like every 3 months. They like release a new comic book or graphic novel every 3 months, and like those are still there, but no one really cares about graphic novels anymore. I guess I don't know. How do you feel on Solo: A Star Wars Story, which is coming this month? I didn't really care about it before, but then I saw a featurette called "Becoming Han Solo," and I thought it looks pretty good. I'm still gonna say right now that Donald Glover is not Lando. Like he does not play Lando very well. I think um, what I've seen so far from his performance, I don't. That's not Lando to me. That's just Donald Glover in Lando costume. But even the guy who's playing Han Solo, I know people don't like him because he doesn't really sound like Han or anything. I actually think he's all right. Like most people don't really care about that guy. I have more issues with Lando than I do with Han. The depiction of Han, at least. And the movie looks kind of fun. Like it's like a heist movie or whatever. It looks fun. Is Zahir an anti-hero? No, I would definitely call him a misguided villain. Like I don't think he's an anti-hero. I think he's just a misguided villain. Are you going to do more of the characters bending the elements, water, earth, fire, and air? Which element videos? Yes, I do hope to do more of those videos. What are your favorite Avatar element? Mine is water. I personally believe that Tenzin's one-on-one fight with Zahir could be seen as an analog for Count Dooku's very first duel with Anakin Skywalker. Zahir standing in for Anakin and Tenzin for Dooku. Meaning that like Zahir is naturally talented, but Tenzin has actual experience. Then yes, I would agree with that. He did help Korra in season 4, but it could have been the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I don't know what that means. I'm from Greece. You have ever come to Greece? No, but Opa. Opa! I love saying Opa. I love saying it all the time. What if Netflix made Avatar a new cartoon? That would be amazing. That would be amazing. If you were in the writer's position of one of your favorite series, there you go. How would you write the series in your own opinion, and what would you add or change about it? I honestly don't think about that often, like taking someone else's series and then kind of saying this is how you should have done it or would have done it. But that said, for Star Wars, if I was rewriting the screenplays, I would want the Clone Wars to be Episode 2, and I don't mean the end of the Clone Wars or the beginning of the Clone Wars, which is what we have in Episode 2 and Episode 3. I mean, Episode 2 should be the Clone Wars. Like, Episode 1 can be Anakin, them discovering Anakin, deciding if he should be trained or not, that whole conflict, the discovery, maybe Anakin's training, maybe follow some of the storylines from the Jedi Quest series. So you just see how he's developing as a Jedi Knight and how he's training under Obi-Wan Kenobi, that kind of a thing. Episode 2 should be the downfall of Anakin by way of the Clone Wars, so that we can see over the course of a 2.5-hour movie that Anakin is progressively getting more dark and dark because of this war. And I think that the Clone Wars CG series did very well with that, or the original Legends timeline of media did very well of showing progressively how Luke was turning to the dark, or not Luke, sorry, how Anakin was turning to the dark side. And I don't think the movies do that very well because they kind of skip over that part that would have made him go dark side, which is the war. We just kind of see like a quick turn for him in Episode 3. In episode two, you don't get that much. So yeah, I felt like episode two should have been the Clone Wars, and episode three can stay pretty much the same. Have you watched the Marvel Daredevil series? Yeah, I saw season one and half of season two. It's okay. I'm not really a big fan of the Netflix Marvel stuff or any kind of superhero TV based stuff. The only superhero stuff that I really liked that was TV based was Heroes, and that was designed for TV. But I don't really like Marvel or DC TV material. I prefer the movies for sure. Who is your favorite MCU character? That would be Tony Stark or Peter Parker. Both of those are pretty good. I lost track during the session. How many books are you planning currently making? Oh man, I have so many books planned. For the Tales of Essa series, I have 6 books planned. That's going to be the Kishi, which I've got done. First Sky Pirate, the First Sky Captain, the Prince of Vaji, the Lord of the Mines, and the Force of Men. When that's done, then I'm going to do the Ashanti Chronicles, which is about an African princess coming up and becoming a queen within this world of Essawan. I also am writing a short story for Underrealm. I'm also doing a collaboration, a lit RPG name. I actually don't know his last name by like off top of my head. Chapman, Krieg Chapman. Um, and yeah, those are what I have planned right now. Right now, but I have other books planned beyond that. Like I want to do um, a Yasuke inspired book called Samurai Dread. So I'm going to do that. Yasuke, of course, is famously known as like one of the only black Japanese samurai, like an actual African dude who was brought over to Japan by this Italian guy, and he actually was trained up as a samurai and became like one of the most noteworthy like samurai. I want to do a story about that, so that is in the future. I also want to do a my take on like a Harry Potter, Percy Jackson type story, but based on Yoruba culture. So instead of it being about like the Greek gods, it's going to be about the Orisha gods and stuff like that. But that's down the line. That these are things that are like way way down the line, and I don't write that fast. So this is like 5 years in the future versus like a year in the future. If I was like one of those fast writers, then I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll have those books done next year. But I'm not a fast writer at all. Like it takes me like 6 months to write a book, so it's pretty bad, pretty bad. Um, if Anakin Skywalker was half demon, what kind would he be? What? I don't know. I'm not like read up on my demon lore, so I can tell you. I am missing the game right now. I need to go watch the cast. You know more Greek words? No, I just know Opa. That's the only Greek word I know is Opa. Cause it's fun to say. Like if something happens, you like hit your toe, you're like Opa. Or like you win a game in like Fortnite, you're like Opa. It's just fun to say. Opa, got him, coach. Like those are my two sayings. Got him, coach, and Opa. Do you think the creators of Avatar will ever bring it back? They never did an Earthbender or Firebender as the Avatar, but the end of Korra seemed to be the end of the Avatar. Yeah, the creators of the show said they are done with Avatar. They don't. They want to move on, and they have moved on to other projects. I would love to see more. I think that would be cool to do an Earthbending Avatar. I mean, technically, we have seen the Firebending Avatar, we saw his entire life as well, and that was with Avatar Roku. So technically, we have kind of seen the Firebending Avatar, but no, we haven't seen like a fully fledged Earth Avatar, Earth Kingdom Avatar. And I think it'd be really interesting too because what was happening at the end of Korra with Republic City kind of coming together and the Earth Kingdom being brought down, that is perfect for like going into like what is the new plot line that goes around the Earth Kingdom and the fall of the Earth Kingdom and how they're going to rebuild that and that sort of thing. So that it already is rife with a good story right there. But it's up to the creators, and I respect that. I feel like as fans, sometimes you have to respect that a creator wants to do other types of things, and I want to give them power to be able to go out and do things beyond Avatar. But I would hope that one day they will come back and have an interesting, kind of like George Lucas. Like George Lucas took what a 20-year break between the Star Wars movies before he did another one. I think that'd be cool. Like they could take their break, take a 10-year break maybe, then come back and do another Avatar. That'd be pretty dope, you know. So I would like that. I would like to see that for sure. Do I like Coke or Pepsi? Neither. Dr. Pepper. Also, interested in your opinion on this. If people start making fan fiction of your series, would you be okay with it? Yes. I think fan fiction is amazing. I know George R. R. Martin famously said that he hates fan fiction and the idea of fan fiction, but I think that's really ridiculous. I think fan fiction is a really beautiful way that fans show their admiration for your series. So I would totally be down for fan fiction for sure. And I wouldn't like try and take down people's fan fiction and be like, no, that's my world. Stop writing in my world. No, I wouldn't be like that at all. I would be very much like how George Lucas was with Star Wars fan films. I would be very accepting of it, and even have like fan film awards and stuff like that. Like that would be pretty dope. What did I think of season 7 of Game of Thrones? I think it was not my least favorite. I think season 2 or 3 might have been like a boop season for me. But yeah, season 7 was not one of my favorites. It's on the lower end of my list. I don't know if it's my least favorite, but it was not. There was moments of it, like I think the first 3 episodes were just like amazing and perfect, but then it started going downhill and kind of climbed back up at the end, but still wasn't my favorite, for sure. Like it's definitely on the bottom half of my Game of Thrones ranking for sure for season 7. I really don't like Cora. I think the only thing he like is herself. Oh, the only thing she likes is herself, and she is crazy, like really crazy. I don't think Cora is crazy, and I don't think she likes just herself. The reason I didn't like her and why I found her annoying is that I felt like she was a little bit too rebellious and like up in people's faces, and then she didn't listen enough. But that, again, that was just her character flaw, and that was part of it. I don't really dislike her as a character in the sense of I think she's not well written. I just don't like her as a character. As like I would not want to be around her most of the time, kind of a situation. But that is kind of what her growth was. It was very different. It was like the anti Aang. You know, she had the opposite issue that Aang had, and she had to learn from that. So I think people didn't really get that because they're like, no, but we love Aang so much, and like the pacifist monk like having to learn how to like defeat his enemies without having to like kill them and that kind of aspect. And the core is like the opposite. She's like, I'll kick your butt like the second I get. And I also kind of like that about her too, that she's kind of sassy. Like that's actually one of the things I do like about her is that she got some sass to her. Yeah, it's Dr. Pepper. Only thing better than that is Mr. Pibb. Mr. Pibb is actually pretty okay too. I like Mr. Pibb. It's cool. I'm cool with that. I have watched some Young Justice episodes, but I've watched more of original Teen Titans series. Have you watched Voltron Legendary Defender? Yes. I just didn't continue watching it. I'm sorry. I was okay with Daenerys in season 7. I know people had her criticisms about like how she dealt with the situation with the oh my god, what's the name of that house? The one that's really close to Old Town. Sam's family. What's their last name? Can't remember. But the way she dealt with that family, like I was okay with that. I feel like yeah, like you gotta teach people a lesson if they don't listen to you. Have you seen Infinity War? If so, what did you think of it? Yes, I have. If you go to the Finalysis channel, you can see our review on it there. Would I still be able to connect and enjoy with the Kishi lore, even though I'm not of African heritage? It's more Percy Jackson like or Black Panther like in terms of African mythology. I would say neither. The between Percy Jackson and Black Panther, but no, it's fine. Like it's not like it's fantasy. Like I wouldn't say to someone if you're reading something that's more Eurocentric fantasy, like I wouldn't be like, oh, you shouldn't. I don't know if you like this book because it's so European. The reason why I wanted to make this book is because I wanted to normalize the idea of an African fantasy, in the same way that Eurocentric fantasies are normalized. Like you can just say like, oh yeah, this book's got dragons and knights and witches and stuff like that, and like people get that and they're okay with that, and then you don't have to like have the adage of like, oh, but it's European, so I don't know if you'll be okay with that. Like all I'm trying to do is just normalize it so that it's just like, oh yeah, yeah, like it's just African fantasy or whatever. Like I literally would want the best thing that I would hope for someone to say about my books is be like, oh yeah, that African fantasy book, whatever. Like in the sense of like, yeah, yeah, African fantasy, like we get that, like that's a thing. Versus it being like, oh no, like what is that? What is African fantasy? Oh my god, well I like it. Like I'd rather it be like a very normal thing and kind of like a dismissive kind of a thing. Have I watched the new Venom trailer? Yes, it looks cool. I'll probably watch it. All right, I am missing the game right now. I'm gonna go watch some playoffs right now. I think it's like in the fourth quarter right now. Did I ever watch Static Shock growing up? Yes, I have. Can you do a video on Opal versus Kai from Legend of Korra? Maybe. That might actually be pretty cool. But as guys, I'll see you guys in the next month in review video, or if you're ever in part of one of my live streams. Thank you again to the Sith Warrior for the $3 donation. You totally did not have to do that, but thank you very much for it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Well, actually, no. Let me say bye to people in the chat. Snoopy Rogue 3. See you later. White Ghost 99. Bye. Chris Corum. See you later. Ninth Jedi. Oh, Jedi Warrior. Oh my God, I said Sith Warrior. My bad. Adios. Thank you for the donation. Have a good night. Peace out. Raptor. Milaniac. Peace out. Megan Robinson. See you later. I'll have the second draft to you guys soon. D-Mac. Peace out, y'all. See you guys in the next one. Unless someone else has another goodbye, but I don't think so. Oh, wait, yep. Have a nice day. Bib Fritzy. Peace out. Bye. See you later. See you guys later. Oh, no. White Ghost. Bye. All right, guys. Bye. Bye. I'm leaving.